Hey everybody, welcome to Exploring Higher Realities. I'm James Iandoli. Some of you may be familiar with me from my other podcast and channel, Engaging the Phenomenon. But I'm creating this channel here because I've been studying and practicing meditation, spirituality, spiritual development, consciousness studies, and the application and practice thereof for 20 years now. And I wanted a channel here where I can explore those higher realities exclusively. On my other channel, I do talk about consciousness and consciousness studies, but I wanted something more exclusive in this direction where I can talk about things that are not necessarily associated with the phenomenon and where I can talk more about consciousness and the higher realities aspect. If I want to do a video on meditation, or if I wanted to interview an expert in a particular meditation style, and or the theory and philosophy of their path and practice. So I wanted, and even here on this channel, I can share some of my experiences of 20 years of spiritual development practice and meditation practice and study as well. So on this channel, I'm going to be doing some of my own videos talking about meditation, some meditation techniques, uh, some books regarding different meditative paths or metaphysical books, even. Uh, you know, I'm also going to be interviewing experts in different respective fields of philosophies, different, again, spiritual backgrounds. I'm going to have different people that are going to discuss things that are not necessarily affiliated with UFOs per se, but specifically consciousness studies. And again, this theme of higher realities. And so when I'm saying higher realities, yeah, I'm saying it as an actual thing, meaning again, this thing of higher realities may seem like a far out idea, but in actuality, the thing about the higher realities is that they exist, right? And we consider them higher realities because they seem to be just out of the range of our aperture of perception. And, again, here on this channel, we're going to be exploring ideas and practices of how to expand your aperture to actually perceive and experience and maybe even understand some of these higher realities, not just as a thing of where, oh, this higher realities is some kind of idea or concept. It's like, no, like here, what we're doing is the higher realities aspect is an actual thing, right? And you can perceive and experience these higher realities. And again, here on this channel, we're going to be exploring how you can do that. And if you're going to be doing that, how you can do that responsibly, right? In my opinion, instead of just like going out there on a tangent and winging it per se, which you can do, and I know a lot of us do in one form or another somewhere along our path. But again, how can you cultivate your potential and to explore these higher realities, right? In a reliable and responsible way, so to speak, in regards to just winging it, which again, a lot of people end up doing one way or another. But here on Exploring Higher Realities, we're going to be exploring different practices, philosophies, theories and concept of how you can actually do that. But also on the end of the theoretical aspects of, what do these higher realities imply and what they actually may be. Again, this is going to be a channel and YouTube channel and podcast for people who are seekers, who are truth seekers, who are kind of going on the deep end of the pool, so to speak, and we're gonna dive right into it. So again, I'll have some videos of my own, maybe describe talking about some experiences, but also, I'm going to be discussing different concepts and aspects of these higher realities, and of course, interviewing guests who can speak to the study and practice that are related to these higher realities. So, I appreciate everybody who's going to be joining me on this journey. Uh, Again, I made this channel and podcast because my other channel, Engaging the Phenomenon, is somewhat UFO related, and I, I don't want to drag everybody who's interested in that per se into this unwillingly, right? So I'm gonna talk about that channel, uh, this channel over there. So if people from the Engaging the Phenomenon channel want to come in over here and take a deep dive into the consciousness, then they can, and vice versa. If some people end up finding this channel exploring higher realities and want to jump into the UFO pool and see what that's about, they can do that too. So thank you everybody for joining me on this journey. This channel and podcast is going to be an exploration of my own, since I'm constantly reading, studying, learning, and again practicing different modalities and experimenting with things. So there may be plenty of issues or subjects that come up that I'm going to be just learning about for myself and interviewing experts on it so I can learn more about it as well. So we're kind of exploring higher realities all together here. So I appreciate everybody for joining me. And within a few weeks, I'll have some of the first interviews and videos and discussions up. So thanks for joining me, guys. Take care.